Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Slay to Success show. As I promised, it is Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I am streaming live into my Facebook community, the Slay to Success, all women's exclusive Facebook community. I'm also streaming onto YouTube and I'm streaming here with you all in LinkedIn. So my name is Rochelle, a Slay Queen Hemingway, and I am the CEO and founder of Slay to Success, where this is a leadership and transformational consultant service business. And I'll put business in air quote because it is a mission, a ministry, and it is certainly a movement. I'm using my self discipline and bold leadership skills to help empower you to face your fears and insecurities by using basic life and leadership philosophies, AKA SLAY. Stay ready to be ready, lead out loud, a sense of community, a sense of family, and knowing you are built to last without sacrificing your health, relationships, opportunities, happiness, all based on the many lessons that I've learned over my 30-year military career experiences in the United States Air Force and now beyond. Huh? So if you've came in here and you want to shift your mindset, you want to transform, this is the place to be. This is a very open discussion. If you are here, I will check to see what the comments are here. Just tell me where you're streaming in from. Hey, Chevy. Welcome, my queen, coming in and listening to this discussion that we're going to have on this specific topic. And I have someone here on Facebook that just says, hey. So if you would like to share who you are, please put it in the comments so I can put out a shout out for you. So at the during or after this conversation, if you're wanting to contact me, you can contact me at info@slaytosuccess.com, or you can go on my website, www.slaytosuccess.com. Hey, Latricia, welcome on in, my queen. And so today we are going to talk about major, major life transitions and what type of mindset do you need to have? What characteristics? So, for those that haven't been following me and this is new to you, let me just break this out for you. After serving 30 years, I decided that I wanted to launch my business. Hey, Matt S. Maxwell, thank you for letting me know that you're tuning in from Atlanta. And Chevy is streaming in from Alabama. Thank you. We going worldwide out here. And I know Latrice's in North Kakalaki. And so she'll put that out there, I'm sure. But thank you so much for tuning in with us today, because this is going to be a little bit juicy. And so we've got a little bit of time to serve on this discussion and just kind of share exactly where I'm coming from. And so I just started to launch my own business. All right. I was in a conformed environment. Hey, Carol from Maryland. Thank you for tuning in, my queen. I was in a conformed environment for 30 years. And what do I mean? I was following orders, I was taking directions, and I was told what to do. And so there's a certain mindset that you have going into that. And what I learned is I had to shift my mindset from that space in this major transition. And now I have adopted the entrepreneurial mindset. There are certain characteristics that you need to have because entrepreneurship is not easy. I don't know who has ever said starting something from scratch is easy. It's not easy, but guess what? It's possible. You just have to have the right skills, maybe develop some skills, and maybe you want to share. If you're in your entrepreneurial journey and you have a story to share, or if you have comments, please put it in the chat so we can see that, so we can start learning from each other. So, this entrepreneurial mindset, it's all about, getting what you want and creating the path that you want to live in. For so long, I was in an environment that I was giving, serving other people. And so there was a system in place. So when I retired, I was like, oh, there's so much freedom. All right, I'm in the honeymoon phase of my retirement where there's a lot of freedom and there's a flexibility and the adaptability for me to take on new projects. And for me, because I know this is an individual choice, for me, I decided that I wanted to start something for me, something new, something exciting, something that I was passionate about, something that was going to get me excited. Hey, Shanika from Middle Georgia. Thank you for tuning in to the Slay to Success show, my queen. And so I decided to take matters in my own hands and to design the life that I want. All right. And so, what is it that I'm doing that I can share with you all? Well, number one characteristic of an entrepreneur is you got to be independent. And when you're starting out, your vision, your calling, your focus, no one else is going to get this. And so sometimes you're just going to be lonely. I mean, I've seen me in this space, and I'm in my office, y'all. And I will spend hours and hours in here being creative, building things because I choose to do so. But if you're not a person who can work on their own, the entrepreneurial space is not for you. You'll need to have that time to work. You got to carve out your own path. And it requires this mindset, this set of beliefs. Okay. We have different thought processes. There's these ways of viewing the world and what we're doing right now. And we're out solving problems. All right. I know a problem. I'm solving the problem and I'm creating the things that I need to make sure that my customer, my client gets what they need so they can improve and develop in their leadership journey. So with my experience, my skills, I'm not starting from scratch. I know a lot of people have said, well, you start from the bottom. Yeah, I'm starting from the bottom, but it's not without. I have skills on top of skills on top of skills. I have a lot of experience. And so I am now working in that. And then once we do this, we understand the number two characteristic after independent is the abundance. When we are operating from scarcity, where we don't have, we're looking to the left and the right, and we see what other people are doing. And then we're telling ourselves, like, I am just, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm never going to succeed. Yeah, you never will if you have that type of mindset. We have to shift that. Everything is in abundance. Okay, Malik and I were just talking about you and how bomb you are. Hello from the Speller family. Hey, my queen. It's good to see you here in this space. Love, love, love that you're here. Thank you so much because sometimes you don't know until you know. So thank you for joining us today. So when we operating in this abundance, right? When we operate in this abundance, let me see here. We've got some comments. Y'all are just giving me love and on top of love today. So let me just stop for a second and get to somebody else put one out. It'll pop up in here soon. We know that we can improve a situation. We know we can make more money and we know we can create more opportunities. All right. The sky is always the limit. It's always the limit. And our gut is telling us this is what we're supposed to be doing. We get what we give. All right. Yes, Chevy says it. You're right. She's just validating. We are not starting from scratch when we all have so much experience. So just to be very transparent with you all, my husband, he's out and he decided to go to work because that's what his dream was. All right. And we had a very candid conversation, and I just told him, like, that's not, I can't do that. I can't do that. I am still in my healing recovery phase, if you will, from some of the past traumas and some of the past pains. And this is helping me throughout to kind of feel out, look back at those experiences, and then take what's needed to share with someone else who may or may not enter into that situation or circumstance. So it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. And when we start to shift that mindset, we're moving forward and we see abundance. Hey, Sharice, good afternoon, my queen. Yes. So I had a comment that came up in here and I just don't see it, but hopefully it'll pop up. But it was really good, y'all. And maybe it's on my phone and maybe I can read it from here. And I think then we can. Let me turn down the volume, y'all, so that way it's not like blaring. Okay, so it may come up here in a minute. So, anywho, I just know that we have to change our mindset. When we are an entrepreneur and we are the leader, we are taking on responsibility, we are calling the shots, we are making ish happen. Okay, we have to be an entrepreneurial. We can't allow the older or past mindset to interfere in what we're trying to do now in this space. So, the third characteristic that you need to develop or improve on is being courageous. Okay. It takes a lot of courage to step out. I'm here on 3 platforms and expressing to you all how my entrepreneurial mindset, how I've developed it after transitioning from a 30-year military career. And so it takes courage for you to step out and say, I don't want to go back to that job anymore. I'm going to start something new for me. And everybody's like, what? They don't teach us to be entrepreneurials in grade school. Okay, when I was in my, and yeah, when I was in grade school, nobody pulled us to the side and say, "Hey, if you want to be an entrepreneur, let's talk about this." All right. When I went to college, and I went to college for a year before I went into the military, nobody was sharing anything about being an entrepreneur. And when I was in the military, there was not even I didn't get a briefing. I didn't get a pull aside. I didn't get anything. I decided on my own that I had to be courageous. And that's what you'll need to do if you want to step out on your own and create the life that you want and to create the life that you are designing. You got to step out. All right. Step up and step out into what you believe is for you. And there will be self doubt. There will be fear, false evidence appearing to be real. There will be imposter syndrome. There will be all of these things in our minds, these beliefs that we can't do it. We don't have it in us to do it. But I will challenge you. I argue with you that you have just what Chevy says. We are starting with so much experience, and you can. You just have to have the grit, tenacity, and determination to set out there on your own. Oh, yes. Leslie, Madame is here. So welcome into this space. We're on all 3 platforms, just tuning in. You know what we're doing. We're doing things fearlessly, and we are wild women up in here. So we have to have the mindset that we're going to triumphant over the things that we want for us. We can't just, sometimes, we have family, maybe friends who are telling you otherwise. And we're not going to weigh in, we're not going to allow that to weigh us down. We're going to listen. I do listen. I take in the information, but I am going with what I know is the right thing for me to do right now. And that is to empower women who are aspiring to be leaders because it's necessary to redefine the power in these unprecedented times. It is the time to do that. And so I'm here on a mission. This is a movement. If you need help in these areas, I've got courses to help you with that. I got my book you can read to get you motivated and inspired to do just that. And the last thing that I would share with you is that we got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I don't think I've been comfortable with doing whatever I've been doing my whole entire life for probably a good 30 years. over my entire career. It was very uncomfortable to go into a space where now I have to follow orders and be assigned to places that I didn't want to be assigned to, or go on deployments that were extremely, frightening. I just knew I needed to do these things so that I can grow and expand. And so when we start doing these things, right? She'll get you to your next why, because yeah, I am a badass. I know this. Okay? And you know that for yourself. It's just what is holding you back. This is what we're going to be talking about here is we got to lean in into being uncomfortable. All right? We have to just show up and show ourselves. And we have this thing in our minds, that if we don't do these, we're going to be in regret, we're going to be in guilt, we're going to be in shame, but because we didn't follow our heart, and it's pulling for you, y'all. So, what are the things that I've been uncomfortable with since I've been on this entrepreneurial journey? Well, number one, networking. In the military, they don't teach you how to network. All right. They give you people, you all wearing the same uniform, you're all pretty much doing the same sort of things, especially if you're in your same peer groups, you're all leading from the same types of levels. And when I got out here in these streets, okay, when I got out here, I said, "Oh, this is networking?" And so I had to learn strategy for networking. So if you need help with this, let me give you a couple of tips. All right? If you go into a space or a meeting or an event and you don't know nobody, all right? That's okay. So you kind of look for somebody that's by themselves, because sometimes it is a little scary when there's a group of people and you're just walking up to strangers and like, "Hey, my name is the Slay Queen. Nice to meet you." So, what you want to do is find somebody that's by themselves, sit down and really find out who they are. Have like two or three questions already like printed out or in your mind that you want to ask. And then once you get comfortable, right, doing the one, maybe there's two people, right? And then maybe there's somebody from another event that you see at that event and you're like, "Oh man, they're somebody I met last week." You go and you talk to them, right? And you just have to put yourself out there. I didn't know how to register a business. Okay. I'm in the full throes of registering my business in a lot of different ways and on many different levels, because that's what it takes. And it takes technology and marketing and branding. These things I had no idea about, but I'm learning and I'm sharing now. And this is the way that it should be. So, this has been your quick discussion on major shifting, mindset shifting after a transition. So, if you've got questions or comments that you would like to make, go ahead and post them out. I will get to them. If you have other tips that you want to provide, please share. But this is essentially what I came on this show to talk to you all about tonight or today, because it's during the day. Usually I do night discussions, it's during the day. So I don't see any. Okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, so again, um, if you want to reach out to me, you can definitely do that. You can do that on any of these platforms that we're on. And you can email me at info@slaytosuccess.com. I have a transitioning podcast. If you would like to take a listen in, if you've been major transition, you can do that. I'm going to pull up my link tree. So, and this is another system that I had to learn, y'all, while I was getting into this business, on how to really put your stuff out here for people to see. So, I'm just sharing with you all because don't let this hold you back from something that you've been trying to do for so long and you don't know. Look at look at this girl right here who is actually doing all the things, right? I am putting this stuff in here. So if you need some help along the way, you can look at all the different things. You can click on the link. I know it's a little bit of a link, but you can click on the link if you like, and then you can see all the things that I offer. But if you want to just go straight to my website, again, there's some testimonies in there, there's the offerings, there's a book, and then you can just find that. Hey, Tish. So there you go. All right. If there's no questions, I don't see any comments after what I've just shared. Keep on slaying until you can't slay no more. And I'll see y'all later. Bye bye. Thanks for coming in, y'all. I love you.